detail. They've been excited about practicing and excited about getting better, which is very encouraging, especially when a game is 9 days away. But overall, real pleased with our guys and where we're at right now.
Gus, did the inclement weather kind of go indoors? Did that make you make any changes to what maybe you're going to do if it had been outside?
Not really. No, we're able to really just do our normal plan. Obviously, the kicking part, the punting part, is probably the only thing that was affected, but we're still able to do some of that.
Everybody eligible and going to be making the trip?
Yes.
All the injured guys, Halsey, Garrett, Whitaker, those guys?
They'll be making the trip.
How was your Christmas, Coach?
Really good. Really good. Got a chance to go home, and see the parents, the in-laws, and very relaxing.
You've been in the state, I guess, 4 years of your life. It's going for title number 5 in the state. What is it? Is the high school talent, the high school coaching, the passion of the fan base? I mean, what kind of makes that?
It's probably all of the above. You've got 2 top programs. They love their football. Both schools have recruited well, and here we are again.
Guys, when you look at their game tapes, which one is the one that stands out the most relevant? Is it Boston College, Clemson? Which?
It's very unique for the fact that they hadn't had hardly any close games, and when you're watching it just from an offensive standpoint, watching their defense, their backups are in there as much as their starters are because they're just blowing people out. So that's very unusual. They get a lot of turnovers. I think they're leading the country in interceptions and defensive touchdowns. I mean, they're very impressive with what they're doing. So to answer your question, we're watching all the games.
They haven't trailed since that Boston College game. When you talk about just the difficulty in reading into a lot of what they do, how hard is it to understand tendencies of a team that hasn't trailed very much this season, what they will do and what the play calling will be? Yeah, well, I mean, you're always looking for information, and you're exactly right. They hadn't trailed in the second half hardly at all. So, that's the challenge. They're a very, very good team in all areas, and they beat everybody pretty soundly.
With such a long time between games, how far into the game plan are you guys right now? Do you worry about doing it too soon?
There's a fine line. Like I said, the fact that we've done this before kind of gives us a pretty good perspective, but it's all about trying to play your best once the game gets here and stay sharp. I think the positive thing from my standpoint is our players are really excited about practicing. They're buying into everything the coaches are asking them to do as far as getting themselves in playing shape and in the plan as far as that goes. So like I said, I feel good about where we're at. We got to finish these last 9 days preparation, but like I said, our guys are doing what we asked them.
Gus, you've had like that 1 day at a time mentality all year long, and the players have kind of bought that too. How much does that help at a time like this?
I think it helps. I think it helps a lot, and because you're always got your guard up, your antennas up to see if there's any changes, if we're acting different than we normally have to get this point. But you don't see any of that. They're going about their business, and they're preparing, and they're still working hard.
Spoke about LaMarcus Joyner being a tough matchup in the secondary, but Ronald Darby and P.J. Williams, too, also guys that teams just really don't target very much because of how good they are. Just what have you seen from the other guys in that secondary as well?
Well, they're very opportunistic. They got great ball skills. A lot of different guys. Have had interceptions, but they're phenomenal back there as far as their coverage skills, their ball skills. I think they're all pretty good tacklers, and their front complements them too. So it's not just them. I mean, they've got overall good defense.
What are you looking for from the players in the next 2 days until obviously you head to California? What specifically do you want to see?
Well, we got to finish before we head out west. We've got 2 more practices, and we've got to get better. We got to have a good foundation by the time we get out there. That's our goal.
What kind of, at this point you've pretty much built a foundation. So what kind of foundation are you looking forward to?
Yeah, just for what we do and what we're going to do. Once we get to the game.
What do you guys just make of all that chatter about the SEC winning 7 straight and having to carry that banner, so to speak, in the last Florida State players saying that they don't care about that chatter. They're Florida State, the SEC name doesn't mean a whole lot to them. They feel like
Yeah,
they're
I
the best.
mean, each year is different, you know, and as a team, you don't really get caught up in that. I mean, you know, we're playing a big-time team, and I don't care what conference they're from. You know, we got our hands full, we understand that, and, but that's for, you know, for fans and all that. We're just focused on the game, no matter who we're playing.
Yes, you